Are you unknowingly destroying your heart every single day with one simple habit that 90% of seniors do without realizing the deadly consequences? In the next 15 minutes, I'll reveal the one habit that's silently killing seniors' hearts and show you exactly how to reverse the damage starting today. What I'm about to share will shock you. It's not what you think, and it's probably something you did just this morning. Beatrice, a healthy 67-year-old from Phoenix, collapsed during her morning routine last Tuesday. The paramedics found her unconscious, and doctors discovered severe arterial blockage. The shocking part: her seemingly harmless daily habit had been slowly destroying her cardiovascular system for years. Habit 1. The silent heart killer. Most seniors ignore. What if I told you that sitting for more than 3 hours straight is as dangerous as smoking for your heart? This isn't an exaggeration or scare tactic. It's a medical reality that's claiming thousands of senior lives across America every single year. The research from the Mayo Clinic and American Heart Association has revealed something that should terrify every person over 60 who spends their days planted in chairs, recliners, or car seats. Your heart wasn't designed to support a sedentary lifestyle, and every minute you remain motionless, you're actively damaging the very organ that keeps you alive. The human cardiovascular system operates like a finely tuned machine that requires constant movement to function properly. When you sit for extended periods, your heart rate drops significantly, blood flow slows to dangerous levels, and your entire circulatory system begins to shut down. Studies conducted at Harvard Medical School demonstrate that for every additional hour you spend sitting beyond 3 hours, your risk of developing cardiovascular disease increases by 14%. This means that if you're sitting for 8 hours a day, which includes watching television, reading, eating meals, and riding in cars, you're increasing your heart attack risk by a staggering 70% compared to someone who moves regularly throughout their day. Consider what happened to Franklin, a 72-year-old retired accountant from Dallas who spent most of his days in his favorite armchair reading newspapers and watching the news. Franklin thought he was living a peaceful, stress-free retirement until his routine checkup revealed dangerous arterial blockages that required immediate intervention. His cardiologist explained that years of prolonged sitting had essentially trained his cardiovascular system to operate at minimum capacity, leading to the accumulation of plaque and the narrowing of critical arteries. Franklin's story isn't unique. It's happening to seniors across the country who believe that rest and relaxation are the keys to healthy aging. The solution is remarkably simple, but requires immediate action. Stand up and move for at least 2 minutes every 30 minutes throughout your day. This doesn't mean you need to run marathons or perform strenuous exercise. Simple activities like walking to the kitchen, doing light stretching, or even marching in place will activate your cardiovascular system and restore healthy blood flow. Set a timer on your phone or watch to remind yourself to move, and treat these movement breaks as seriously as you would taking prescribed medication. Your heart desperately needs this regular stimulation to maintain its strength and efficiency. Don't wait another day to implement this life-saving habit. Your heart can't afford the delay. How prolonged sitting destroys your circulation. Do you feel your legs getting numb or tingling after sitting for long periods? That uncomfortable sensation isn't just an inconvenience. It's your body's desperate warning signal that your circulation is being dangerously compromised. Research conducted at Harvard Medical School reveals that blood flow in your legs decreases by more than 50% after just 1 hour of continuous sitting. This dramatic reduction in circulation creates the perfect conditions for blood clots to form, and these clots can travel to your heart, lungs, or brain with potentially fatal consequences. Your circulatory system depends on muscle contractions in your legs to help pump blood back to your heart against the force of gravity. When you sit motionless, these essential muscle pumps shut down completely, causing blood to pool in your lower extremities. The longer you remain seated, the thicker and more sluggish your blood becomes, increasing the likelihood of dangerous clot formation. Johns Hopkins researchers have documented that seniors who sit for more than 4 hours at a time have triple the risk of developing deep vein thrombosis compared to those who take regular movement breaks. These blood clots don't just stay in your legs, they can break free and cause life-threatening pulmonary embolisms or strokes. Think about Dolores, a 69-year-old grandmother from Minneapolis who loved spending entire afternoons knitting while watching her favorite television shows. Dolores noticed her ankles swelling and her legs feeling heavy, but she dismissed these symptoms as normal signs of aging. During a family gathering, she suddenly experienced chest pain and difficulty breathing. Emergency room doctors discovered multiple blood clots in her lungs that had originated in her legs due to prolonged periods of immobility. Dolores survived, but her doctor warned that continued sedentary behavior could have killed her within hours if the clots had been larger or reached her heart. The good news is that you can dramatically improve your circulation with simple movements that take less than 2 minutes. Every 30 minutes, perform ankle rotations in both directions, flex and point your toes, and do gentle calf raises by lifting your heels off the ground. These basic exercises activate the muscle pumps in your legs and immediately restore healthy blood flow throughout your body. You can do these movements while sitting if standing is difficult, but the key is consistent, regular activation of your leg muscles. Don't let another hour pass without giving your circulation the movement it desperately needs. The metabolic damage that happens. While you sit, your metabolism shuts down within 90 seconds of sitting down, and this metabolic shutdown creates a cascade of dangerous changes in your body chemistry. Johns Hopkins researchers have discovered that the moment you settle into a chair, the enzymes responsible for breaking down fats in your bloodstream drop by 90%. This isn't a gradual decline. It's an immediate and dramatic shutdown that begins affecting your cardiovascular health within minutes of becoming sedentary. When your fat-burning enzymes stop working, triglycerides and cholesterol begin accumulating in your bloodstream at alarming rates. These dangerous fats stick to the walls of your arteries, creating the plaque buildup that leads to heart attacks and strokes. The American College of Cardiology has published studies showing that just 3 hours of uninterrupted sitting can increase your blood triglyceride levels by 30%. For seniors who already have elevated cholesterol or diabetes, this metabolic shutdown can push their cardiovascular risk into the danger zone within a single afternoon of sedentary behavior. The metabolic consequences extend far beyond fat processing. Your body's ability to regulate blood sugar also becomes severely impaired when you sit for extended periods. Insulin sensitivity drops dramatically, meaning your cells can't effectively remove glucose from your bloodstream. This leads to dangerous blood sugar spikes that damage blood vessels throughout your body, including the delicate arteries that supply your heart muscle. Leonard, a 71-year-old retired teacher from Atlanta, discovered this firsthand when his doctor noticed his blood sugar levels were consistently elevated despite following his diabetic diet perfectly. The culprit wasn't his food choices. It was the 6 hours he spent sitting in his home office each day, managing his finances and correspondence. You can reactivate your metabolism immediately by incorporating movement into activities you normally do sitting down. Take all your phone calls standing up and pace around your home while talking. During television commercial breaks, stand up and do simple movements like marching in place or gentle arm circles. Even these brief bursts of activity will restart your fat-burning enzymes and restore your body's ability to process fats and sugars effectively. Every minute you spend sitting is a minute your metabolism isn't working to protect your heart. So make the decision to move more, starting right now. The blood pressure crisis, hidden in your chair. Did you know that prolonged sitting can raise your blood pressure as much as eating a high-sodium meal? This hidden cardiovascular threat is destroying the health of millions of seniors who have no idea that their comfortable chairs are silently driving their blood pressure into the danger zone. Research published by the American College of Cardiology demonstrates that sitting for more than 3 hours continuously can increase your systolic blood pressure by 15 to 20 points, pushing many seniors from normal readings into hypertensive ranges without any other lifestyle changes. The mechanism behind this blood pressure spike is both simple and terrifying. When you sit motionless, your heart has to work significantly harder to pump blood throughout your body because it can't rely on the assistance of your leg muscles. Your cardiovascular system compensates by increasing blood pressure to maintain adequate circulation to your vital organs. This increased pressure puts enormous strain on your arteries, heart, and kidneys, accelerating the damage that leads to heart attacks, strokes, and kidney failure. The Cleveland Clinic has documented that seniors who sit for more than 6 hours daily have a 40% higher risk of developing high blood pressure compared to those who limit their sitting time. The danger becomes even more serious when you consider that most seniors already have some degree of arterial stiffening due to aging. When you add the blood pressure spikes caused by prolonged sitting, you're creating a perfect storm for cardiovascular catastrophe. Virginia, a 73-year-old retiree from Sacramento, couldn't understand why her blood pressure medication wasn't controlling her hypertension effectively. Her cardiologist discovered that Virginia's habit of spending entire mornings reading in her favorite chair was causing dangerous blood pressure spikes that overwhelmed her medication's effectiveness. Once she began taking regular movement breaks, her blood pressure readings improved dramatically within just 2 weeks. The solution requires immediate and consistent action throughout your day. Set an alarm to go off every hour, and when it sounds, stand up and take 10 deep breaths while doing gentle arm movements or light stretching. This simple practice will help reset your blood pressure and give your cardiovascular system the relief it desperately needs. You can also break up long sitting periods by standing during phone calls, walking to get water every hour, or doing household tasks that require movement. Your blood pressure is climbing right now as you sit. Don't wait another minute to take action that could save your life. Why your heart muscle weakens. When you sit too long, sitting for extended periods literally weakens your heart muscle just like any other unused muscle in your body, and this cardiac deconditioning happens faster than most seniors realize. Your heart is designed to pump blood efficiently when your body is active and moving, but prolonged sitting forces it to work in an unnatural, inefficient manner that gradually reduces its strength and capacity. Research conducted at the Cleveland Clinic shows that heart efficiency drops by 20% after just 6 hours of continuous sitting, meaning your heart has to work much harder to accomplish the same basic functions. This cardiac deconditioning creates a vicious cycle that becomes more dangerous with each passing day. As your heart muscle weakens from lack of proper stimulation, it becomes less capable of responding to physical demands or stress. Simple activities like climbing stairs, carrying groceries, or even walking across a parking lot become increasingly difficult because your deconditioned heart can't pump enough blood to meet your muscles' oxygen demands. The American Heart Association has published studies showing that seniors with the weakest heart muscles have 5 times the risk of heart failure compared to those who maintain cardiovascular fitness through regular movement. The weakening process accelerates rapidly in seniors because age-related changes in heart muscle are compounded by the deconditioning effects of prolonged sitting. Eugene, a 68-year-old retired mechanic from Detroit, noticed he was becoming increasingly short of breath during activities that never bothered him before. His doctor explained that Eugene's heart muscle had become significantly weaker due to his retirement routine of spending most days sitting in his garage workshop. Eugene's ejection fraction, a measure of how effectively his heart pumps blood, had dropped to concerning levels simply because he wasn't giving his heart the regular exercise it needed to maintain strength. You can begin strengthening your heart muscle immediately with simple movements that don't require any special equipment or training. Every hour, spend 5 minutes doing light activities like walking around your home, doing gentle arm exercises, or performing basic stretching movements. These brief periods of activity will stimulate your heart muscle and help maintain its pumping efficiency. The key is consistency. Your heart muscle needs regular stimulation throughout the day, not just during formal exercise periods. Don't let your heart muscle weaken for another day when the solution is as simple as moving more throughout your daily routine. The inflammation time bomb sitting creates. Can you feel the stiffness and aches after sitting for hours? That discomfort isn't just temporary. It's a symptom of dangerous inflammation that's building throughout your body and accelerating your risk of heart disease and stroke. Stanford University researchers have discovered that inflammatory markers in the blood increase by 300% after just 4 hours of continuous sitting. This inflammation doesn't stay localized to your muscles and joints. It spreads throughout your cardiovascular system, damaging artery walls and creating the conditions for plaque formation and blood clots. Chronic inflammation is now recognized as one of the primary drivers of cardiovascular disease in seniors, and prolonged sitting is one of the most significant contributors to this inflammatory process. When you remain motionless for extended periods, your body interprets this as a sign of injury or illness and responds by releasing inflammatory chemicals into your bloodstream. These inflammatory molecules attack the lining of your blood vessels, making them more susceptible to cholesterol deposits and increasing your risk of arterial blockages. The Mayo Clinic has documented that seniors with the highest levels of inflammatory markers have 3 times the risk of heart attack compared to those with normal inflammation levels. The inflammation caused by prolonged sitting also affects your body's ability to repair itself and fight off disease. Your immune system becomes overactive and begins attacking healthy tissues, including the cells that line your arteries. This autoimmune-like response accelerates the aging process and makes you more vulnerable to infections, cancer, and other serious health problems. Thomas, a 70-year-old retired postal worker from Phoenix, couldn't understand why he was constantly battling minor illnesses and infections. His doctor discovered that Thomas's inflammatory markers were dangerously elevated due to his habit of sitting for most of the day while managing his stamp collection and correspondence. Once Thomas began incorporating regular movement breaks, his inflammatory levels dropped significantly and his overall health improved dramatically. The antidote to sitting-induced inflammation is surprisingly simple, but must be implemented immediately and consistently. Every 45 minutes, stand up and perform gentle stretching movements, focusing on your neck, shoulders, back, and legs. Take short walks around your home or yard. Do light household tasks that require movement, or simply march in place while swinging your arms gently. These activities will help flush inflammatory chemicals from your system and restore your body's natural healing processes. Inflammation is building in your body right now as you sit. Don't let another hour pass without taking action to stop this dangerous process. The simple truth is that prolonged sitting is silently destroying seniors' hearts across America, but the solution is remarkably straightforward. Just move more throughout your day. The amazing news is that your heart begins to benefit immediately when you start incorporating regular movement breaks, and it's never too late to reverse the damage that's already been done. If you learned something today that could save your life, hit that like button and tell me in the comments how many hours you sit each day. Your answer might help other seniors realize they need to make a change too. Please share this video with any senior you care about, because this information could literally save their life, and they'll thank you for caring enough to share it.